Ain't no party like a Rocco party, come on, stay a little while. We gon' paint this party with the colors of love and then dance, experience, paint out of body. Late night with Rocco, you gotta turn it up loud. This ain't the rock with the crowd, but the rock with the gals and the guests. Alice Trebek, only difference is you don't have to guess. All I want you to do is tune in, now your feet up. You ready for your humor to get beat up? From Rocco, the hot, the Choco, spot to spot, box personality show. Yeah, here we go, we all the way, yeah, shut up.
Welcome everybody to Hollywood Late Night. I am Rocco, this is Jurassic Jen, and guess who's here? Guess who's coming to the show in about 10 minutes?
Oh, in 10 minutes?
In 10 minutes, we are going to have a doorbell that rings. And
In
it's going to
10
be two
whole
of the
minutes?
coolest Italian guys you've ever met in your life.
Oh.
Jen, you love Italian guys.
I love Italian guys.
She's got a guy who's not Italian. Is he Italian?
No.
Is Greg Italian?
He's not.
He's not. It's usually the Italians don't go for the Italian guys, huh? Sometimes is that like a fallacy? Is that just in the movies? The Italians go with the Italians and the.
I don't know.
All right, I thought I'm getting a little too deep for Jurassic Jen right now.
Oh, see?
Come
It wasn't
on
10
in,
minutes. It
everybody.
wasn't 10 minutes.
It wasn't 10 minutes. They're always early. Italians. Give it up for my two buddies. Come on in. It's Joey Calz and Mike Marino. Woo!
They sat down so quickly.
I know, you guys are here, you're sitting already. Well, we're Hollywood Late Night. That's our one-man band. This is me, Jurassic Jen, and Ben, the one-man band.
I feel like I went back in time.
I know, this is funny, right? Thank you guys for being here. I got two great guests today, but before we get to that, we got to mention our sponsors. Thank you to everybody out there at Redneck Lipstick. Go to rednecklipstick.com, put the code Rocco, you get a 20% discount on anything you buy. It is the best barbecue sauce you could get. Redneck Lipstick. Also, sponsored by Rocco Cello. We love a Rocco Cello. Who doesn't love a nice, cool Rocco Cello?
Oh, yeah, you have to try some of his Rocco Cello.
Yes, so two Italians here are going to have to try this.
He makes some Rocco Cello.
Well, you maybe get a bottle as a parting gift. You don't know.
Oh.
Okay, well, you know, it's not
very clever.
Thank you very much.
He has his own label and
We got it all. We got it all here at Hollywood Late Night.
You actually have Italian bootleg or
yeah, I'm a bootlegger.
Moonshine.
Yeah, I'm a bootlegger. I'm an Italian bootlegger.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
I'd like a parting gift.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got your back, buddy. You got unlimited supply, by the way. You're part of the family. So people don't know, but me and Mike go way, way back. We go probably
We really do.
15, 20 years back.
Yeah.
And we're both grandsons of Italy, which is because our grandparents are Italian.
The grandsons of Italy. The sons of Italy.
And the grandsons of Italy.
Yes, all of that great stuff.
They're both amazing.
I remember all the fights we had.
All the funny fights at the dinner tables. Yeah. Oh my God. Every event there was
really
something.
miss all of that.
I really miss all that too. We got Joey Calz here too.
right.
Though. Now we're gonna start with Joey Calz
You got my
because
Ari Gold pick over there.
give
Me
him
with the
some
Corona.
moonshine.
we got to give him some moonshine. I tell you right now, we're gonna start with you because Mike is our headliner tonight. Okay, so you're basically opening for Mike.
Thank you.
And
It's an honor.
It is
it's
an
a
honor.
privilege.
Yeah, well, we wanted a good-looking Italian guy to be here aside of Mike because he
Right.
wanted two henchmen that look good as bodyguards. I'm one.
All you got to do is put me in an Adidas tracksuit, get my sunglasses over there, stand next to Mike.
And
I heard you Boston on Bodyguard.
I know. See, my boss.
I heard it's Boston.com.
Well, I don't try to be anyone different. on this.
Say
I am
.com
from-
again.
I parked my car at Harvard Yard, you guys. Honestly, my mother's at home. She's calling me like tomorrow. She'll be like, Robert, you better call your mother. I'm totally from Boston. I'm sorry. I
did
apologize.
you
to
lose
my
your
two favorite
accent
New
though,
Jersey
like
New
I
York
did?
Out here, not really.
Because I feel like I still say something to New York, but when I first moved here, I was like, my name was Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Like it wasn't Jennifer. It was
Jennifer,
Jennifer.
F-U-H.
Very sexy the way you said your name. New York
Jennifer,
style.
you see?
Jennifer.
And everybody was laughing at me when I came here. I was like, hi, I'm Jennifer. And they're like, oh my God, say that again. And I'm like, well, my name?
I used to have a Jersey accent, but after living in LA 2-3 years, I ain't got it no more. Look at his dashboard. It looks like Simon Says.
It looks like Bop It. You remember that game?
Simon
think it
Says.
is,
It
'cause you
was
have to
really good because you'd
copy
be
it.
like green, right? You have to remember
Yeah.
like the things.
I don't want to take you off your track, but I love your place because I love toys from the past. I love antiques.
Thank you.
Collectibles are spot on. Now,
Thank you.
since you know me, I'm not going to take anything, but I normally.
Thank you.
I didn't steal it. I took it. It's very different. Stealing is rude. Taking it is I admired your stuff and I took it.
So wait a minute. Wait. Let me go back on this. So later on, if I notice there's something missing,
Joe took it.
I took it.
He just wasn't smart enough to.
I was gonna say that
Hide
you
it
would
right
say I
away.
took it, but at least I told you I took
Yeah.
it or something.
I was going to take your peanut butter cups, but they're not that good.
It's not the real ones.
Remember Silly Putty?
Yeah, I
No,
remember
this is
Silly
sour
Putty.
candy.
No,
Do you
there's
want
sour
one?
No, I
candy.
don't want that.
Do you want a sour candy?
take a
They're
sour
really
candy.
good, dude. They're super.
You got a boner.
We've been using that all season.
Oh, this is disgusting. Is this look at that.
All season.
Is this a jizz? You got jizz. I don't know if it's an R-rated show.
This is a
It's a
total
late
R-rated
night
show. It's a late night
show.
talk show. Yes, yes.
It's a late night.
It's so
right.
late night that I lost my note cards. So here's the deal, too. Joey Calz,
right.
we call him Joey Calabrese. Now,
stuff this
he's
back in
with
here.
the You Know I'm Right podcast.
That's right.
So we want to give them a shout out tonight for sure.
Appreciate that.
A million shout outs because what people don't know out there is my co-host Jurassic Jen. Her brother Nick Durst is partners with this guy right here, Joey Calz, and they are the producers, hosts of You Know I'm Right the podcast. There you go.
Look at that. Did Nick send you that image?
Also, you know
Yeah,
Nick.
see, there you
Yeah.
go. Well, they've all
Yeah.
been on that show together. You guys have all been on
Yes.
that show.
Ah,
I'm in this business.
you
did.
see?
That's because you are the New Jersey bad boy. Because they call they call him Jersey Joe, right?
Is he
Jersey Joe.
They call
on
him
the,
Jersey Joe.
Jersey Joe on the go. That's what Nick says all the time.
That's a good tag. That's a good tag.
Well, are you this Jersey though? Are you Jersey's bad boy like this motherfucker right
Listen,
here?
I was born in Brooklyn. I know my way around Jersey, but when it comes to Jersey and knowing his way around, this is the guy you got to talk to.
There you go. Well, and Mike's here too, not only as a working comedian traveling nationwide and abroad. Okay, and I don't mean abroad. I mean internationally. What a lot of people should know is that he also has 3 movies out there, and he just filmed his comedy special.
Ooh.
Oh, you have 4 movies out there.
No.
The fourth
This is
comedy
my fourth
special.
special.
Oh, this is his 4th
This could be
comedy
the last
special.
one, though. I don't think I got anything in me anymore.
Yeah, just tell me about that for a sec. I mean, that takes a lot of work.
It's a pain in the ass.
And are you predominantly, do you film like 2 or 3 shows to get it, or do you just do one night? You're gonna use all your shit. I always wanted to know
I
that.
did this one, do or die.
Nice,
One.
nice.
It's not always a good idea, but this one worked like a charm. One other one, sometimes if they're filming and if somebody gets up and go to the bathroom, that's on tape. You're still I try to keep people in a seated situation for that long period of time. But this last one, boy, this should knock it out of the ballpark. We filmed at my high school.
Oh, wow.
awesome.
Back to school feel, and the producer director Dan Catullo, who has 7 Emmys for doing this type of a thing, went to the same high school.
What was
So
your
we
high
came
school? What
up
high
to
school?
Scotch Plains, Fanwood High School in Scotch Plains, New Jersey, which is
Nice.
the suburbs. And
Shout out to Scotch Plains, New Jersey.
yeah, very Italian. There's so many Italians.
Is there tons of Italians there? I love it already.
They called Italy and said you could ship them over here. And they got streets that are like Cook Avenue, Eat Over Here Avenue.
No shit.
Wow.
Pretty great.
That's awesome.
Gotta go
So we
visit.
shot it at the high school. 800 people
Awesome.
laughing and joking.
Nice.
Good times.
And
Good
my
time.
opening act was the high school marching band.
Oh, no way.
It's so sick.
That is awesome. That is sick.
The whole thing is supposed
Do you
to
come
be
in
a
with
dream.
them?
I did, yeah.
Okay, I
that's
figured you
I was
must.
leading the marching band.
Oh,
with the stick.
dude, that's
Hey,
awesome.
hey. But I'm in my 60s now. My back, I'm like, ow.
He's like, geez, I just
And I'll tell you something.
cracked the hip.
I was there.
Yeah.
That set that they built for you, unbelievable.
Oh, they built him his own set?
They
That's
built him
awesome.
his own set and
sick.
everything,
As they
and
should.
On the stage, they recreated a 1981 classroom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
When do we get to see this?
Who knows? I think it's going to hit hard. Hopefully, maybe I would like a Christmas release.
Ooh, that'd be beautiful.
La vita è bella. La vita è bella. La vita è bella.
Who's saying that?
La vita è bella. La vita è bella.
Vita bella.
I just got horny.
He's like, who's saying that?
I got
Who's
horny.
saying that?
that was kind of me.
I got to get a Simon Says play.
You have to.
You guys don't know. When I'm running the ship over here, like things are gonna sound good. You are all gonna be the most beautiful creatures in Rocco's neighborhood. And by the way, how did you guys? Did you guys make it here okay? Going through Rocco's neighborhood, I know you had to take a couple rights. You go through like the rural part.
It's a
then
long
you get to
way.
where they're like trying to steal like your tires and your wheels and stuff.
I got to take an Uber back to my car.
Oh, you parked way the fuck.
did.
I'm
The
sorry.
parking's bad in Rocco's
Crazy
neighborhood.
around here.
It's nuts
The
around here.
navigation system puts you in your driveway. Make a left.
Oh, I
In the
know.
driveway. Then you got to come out. Then you got to go back on 170.
Oh my! Did you see the dinosaurs in there? Or no.
No, and then we're going to park in the neighborhood. Signs that say, you can't park in the neighborhood.
They just did that though, like a few months ago.
Literally just did that.
Yeah.
I figured like
So
the dinosaurs are by the. You only hear them when they're hungry.
There's dinosaurs?
Yeah, well, Jurassic Gen tames
Oh,
them.
because it's an old neighborhood?
Yeah, it's an old neighborhood. It's whatever. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They play the violin.
Violin. But it was a fire-breathing dragon.
No, actually, it's an accordion. I'm sorry, it's an accordion. This is an
No,
Italian.
I don't need this switchboard. Piece of crap.
Okay, listen. First thing, before we talk about live from your mother's basement, I want to ask this guy, Joey Calabrese, something. Joey Calabrese, what Nick Durst tells me, Jen's brother, is that you, out of all your friends, you're the only single one.
Oh no!
Now, not because he told me this. He said I could bust your balls. I
Yeah,
said,
you
listen,
can bust my balls.
but
How the fuck you want?
you're a
Am I allowed to
good-looking
co-sign
guy
you?
with a great personality. Of course you can.
Thank you.
Here's the deal. You don't like blondes, is what I'm saying. What the fuck? How do you not like blondes? What are you, crazy?
You know what? I like
Yeah.
traditional, dark haired, shorter. I need the olive, darker skin complexion. Whether you're Italian, whether
He
you're
has a type.
Latina, whether you're Greek, right? I go. Oh, look at that! Look at that!
See?
You know I'm right.
I talk with my hands. I'm sorry. We're
You
Italian.
don't
What do
like
want?
blondes,
Yeah.
huh? There's no way you like blondes.
Oh.
You don't hang out with blondes at all.
Well,
huh?
I took a good. You did your homework.
You don't take any pictures with blondes, huh? You don't like blondes at all, do you? There's no blonde in you, huh? You don't like blondes.
just because I'm not necessarily, into blondes doesn't mean
He
I don't
still
take
takes
good pictures
pictures
with
with
them.
them.
Right.
Well, you
He
take
looks
pictures
like
with
Jessica
everybody.
Simpson.
Do you know how many pictures Mike Marino has probably taken over a lifetime?
Let me tell you something. You should have your picture taken with blondes, brunettes, redheads, baldies. Do it with everybody until you're too old
Wow,
to not
look
do
at
it.
that.
I
Look, he does his homework.
really,
He
really,
always
really
does.
did his
Well,
homework.
here's the thing about you guys that need to know this. My fans, the Rocco fans, the Rocco late nighters out there. You need to know this guy is a huge WWE fan. So he goes to all of the shows, all the matches, all the championships, and he sits in the front row, like behind where all the, the announcers are. So he's literally on camera every single,
That's right.
all the big ones. He's a diehard. I love him.
Wow.
And he got a shout out from John Cena. John
Wow.
Cena literally says, you know I'm right.
That's right.
Wow.
He incorporated into the podcast. Now the question is, does somebody in the company know who we are and has seen us before? Because again, our moniker with my friend, who's also named Joe, was we're the front row Joes, right?
Okay.
So when you're in the line of sight with the guys who are actually performing and they're in the ring and they're coming to the outside, right? You could see the shirt and you could see the merchandise. The question is it prominent enough where it's like you're going to use us as you're reciting your lines in your promo, right?
He probably saw it.
I'm pretty sure he
Yeah.
saw us. I'm pretty sure there's somebody in the company who knows who we are.
I mean, yeah.
Well, but
That's
wait,
really
how do you
bad.
know? Okay, this is me just being me because we do real interviews around here.
Sure.
How do you know he wasn't just saying, you know I'm right?
So where you
Like, you know that I'm right. And
So-
it's like, cut that promo type of way.
So the way that they speak in the promo, there's always a little pause or there's always a little emphasis, right? And John Cena, now I don't want to get into too much of the WWE stuff, but he's not the only superstar who has quoted "You Know I'm Right" in a promo in the last 6 or so months.
Right.
There has been another person, and that person was in the line of sight when I went to the show back in December. So, again, my thinking is that there's somebody who has seen us.
Yeah, and they're seeing you wearing your hoodie and your hat.
that's
and
amazing.
everything. And your hoodie is big. It says it big.
Absolutely.
I did not come down here just to get jerked off, you know. I did not come down here just to get jerked off, you know.
Just let me say. Okay, now moving on. I also heard that you speak Russian. So tell me this: you speak Russian?
Здравствуйте.
Oh my God, he totally.
I don't remember a
speaks
lot
Russian.
of it.
This is for you.
Janusz Gotovich, which is like, I don't remember, or I don't understand what you're saying.
Right now you can use that. Because he knows he's right.
This is the Russian national anthem for all you people out there that want to really learn it. Here it is for my Russian guy.
I wish I knew how to speak Italian now.
Well, so are you Russian
Me
or are
too,
you
actually.
Italian?
I'm Italian, but there's a little bit of me that's Czech because I have a great grandmother on my father's side of the family who was from Czechoslovakia. Everybody else is Italian, so I'm not full blooded.
You're not full-blooded.
You got to learn how to speak Italian. It's beautiful. I've been speaking Italian since my parents taught us when we were little kids. You know what I mean? I speak Italian.
You
I
speak
clichés.
full-blood Italian.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wish my grandma taught me Italian.
Do you
when I was young.
speak Spanish too?
No, I don't know Spanish at all.
You probably understand a little if you know Italian.
It's very different than Italian. Italian's more like, hey, how you doing? You know?
You like Italian? You speak Italian American?
More like, I don't know. I got in an Uber the other day and the girl didn't speak English at all. And I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good. You ever get in one of those Ubers and they don't speak English at all and they're going the wrong way and you're like, left, the other way.
I do that, and they do speak English too, and they still go in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Well, we want to talk to you guys. We're glad you're here. We're glad you rang the doorbell because, you want to give us that story. You want to give us that story? First, what I'm doing is I'm
Has been
actually
forwarded to an automatic voice.
Nick Durst, didn't answer the
3
phone.
4
He's
7
sleeping.
I
3
was
5
calling
0
Nick Durst,
4
and he
9
didn't answer.
4
That's
8
it.
is not available.
That's it.
At the
Okay.
tone,
His son is
please
gonna be
record
two
your
in
message.
August.
You want to leave him a message?
When you have finished recording,
All right,
you
this
may
is
hang
Nick
up
Durst
or press
from
1
You
for
Know
more
I'm Right
options.
podcast.
Nick, get your pal
Pick up
Joe.
the phone.
What the fuck?
We
Nick
know you're
Durst?
awake. It's what?
I told them you were sleeping,
And
but they
you
didn't
know
believe
that
me.
I'm right.
We know you're wrong.
He's gonna listen to that and be like, "Oh no."
That was great. That was great.
Wise guy with me? Huh? What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Well, like I
Staten
said, he
Island.
doesn't go to bed until 11:30. So right now it's what, about
Well,
10 to 8.
Maybe he
So it's
calls
about 11
back.
o'clock.
Maybe he
Yeah.
calls back. If he calls back, we'll answer it. Jen
That's
and
right.
I haven't been that successful with these
With phone calls, no,
I
we
don't know what it
haven't been.
is. People don't answer the
They,
fucking
because we
phone.
call people on the East Coast at like 11:30 at night over there.
That is the biggest transition when you're out here. Is that
Yeah.
I know everybody is kind of unwinding at this time, and I'm still ready to fucking go.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
why
because
you're
you're
here.
like 3
yeah.
hours ahead. Yeah, I get you. I'm with you. I'm with you guys. Well, we want to move right along here. So I'm moving along, and the connection was going to be
There's
was
my
Nick.
brother.
Look at the cannolis.
You guys got cannolis. Oh, by the way, shoot, I got cannolis for you guys right now.
He went
Yes,
super
I got
Italian.
cannolis for you guys.
They're probably not gonna taste like New York cannolis though. Oh, there's
Thank you. Bring it on, and thank you, producer. Producer Johnny D in the house. Let's show everybody we got a little Italian. We're gonna give him a shout out, the Monte Carlo Bakery. Right
About
inside
that?
Pinocchio's in Burbank. Hollywood, on
Pinocchio is
Magnolia.
delicious.
It's a really good place.
Yeah, you
That
guys
is definitely a-
help
Wait, Ben
yourselves.
wants a cannoli.
When people
Ben.
say there's not a good time for California,
I'm
there
not
is.
gonna have
Take a
one.
cannoli, for Christ's sake. Now, just because this is very Italian right now, take whatever you want.
Where did you get it?
So-
You said by Pinocchio, like the next door, right?
Yeah, it's Monte Carlo's is the bakery
I love
inside.
Monte Carlo's and
Johnny
Pinocchio.
D, the producer, actually told me. What do you want, Johnny? Want one? Here
Yeah.
you go. Cannoli?
Just put
What do
your
you want? A
hand in.
cannoli?
No, I'm gonna have this.
A pizzelle.
Wait, you're
Yes.
teasing
The
Johnny.
blessing of the show.
Yeah.
And the blessing of the show.
We're gonna do it. This is the biggest host I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, the
The body of Christ.
Body of Christ.
But you gotta go leftover. That way you can go over with the right and then eat it. That's what they teach you.
Really?
It's lacking a cup of coffee.
Wait, did you go to seminary school? Were you like an altar boy?
I was not an altar boy.
I was an altar girl.
You were an altar
Really?
girl?
Yes.
Jurassic Jen, tell us about being an altar girl, for Christ's sake.
There was a lot of jokes going on back then.
A lot of jokes.
Actually, with Charlie,
Oh my
the
God.
flight
Yeah,
attendant
help
that we had
yourselves,
on.
you guys. I want you to help yourselves because there's some pizzelles in there. There's biscottis. These are real Italian cookies.
Now we really need coffee for
There's
those.
some thumbprints.
I know
Help
you
yourself,
didn't make any
Mike.
coffee.
Mike, you want a thumbprint?
Wait, what did you call these?
These are what?
They're biscottes.
They're biscottis.
Biscotti.
No, there's not. They're
I'm
biscottes.
from Boston, they
Mike,
call
how do you
biscotti.
pronounce it?
Well, I would say biscotti.
Biscott?
All right, a biscot. A biscotti.
Wait a minute, I wouldn't say it like that.
Same
I
way.
was very
This
feminine.
is another one of those things that
I
you.
say biscuit.
What would you say about this Russian Italian? What would you call this? Russian Italian.
Okay, he's right about that.
Well, this is actually no. You guys are both wrong. These are called pizzelles. These are
Pizzelles?
literally called pizzelles, not pizzelles. Unless you're a fucking white kid from fucking New Jersey. They're literally called pizzelles because they're from fucking Sicily. I don't even know if they're from Sicily.
If they went to Monte Carlo's, this table should have salami on the table, prosciutto.
Oh yes,
Uh,
It should have some cheese.
They should have some prosciutto. You're
Right,
right.
but where's the
Mozzarella.
spread?
I would have
Some
ate
mozzarella.
that.
But I
ate
figured
that.
dessert would be more fitting for us.
Cherry
Dessert.
tomatoes.
You guys don't want dessert? For Christ's sake,
No,
come
I
on,
like
you
the
guys.
dessert, but you know what? If you go into that beautiful deli here in California, you come back to, and you know what's another cookie that a lot of people don't talk about anymore?
Tell us.
What's the S cookie from?
Cookie Puss.
There's an Irish guy in the room who said cookie puss.
Oh boy.
How disgusting is
I
that?
love that. I love it.
Stick to the
What's
guitar. He said
cookie?
Cookie
What's
puss.
what is that?
And the weird thing is I know cookie puss.
Hey,
Cookie
not to
puss.
rewind, but
Cookie
producer
puss is in the
Johnny,
part
can
two.
you come over here for a second, literally?
What?
Johnny, we have a full
Tell it
Italian. We have a full
Wait,
Italian
which one?
cast
I'm
here
so
right now.
confused.
We're all Italian except for Ben. Ben's the one token white kid. Get in here, Jen. We're
I'm
gonna take a
Italian.
Polaroid. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank
That's why he's sitting back here. That's why you put him in the back. Though. You put him in the corner because he's not Italian.
You can't bring Tragic Ben anywhere. You guys remember the last show we did with Ben's closing song was a one-word sentence? Hey, everybody. Hey, we're having a good time right now. What? Yes.
But now I'm hungry.
Okay, well, Mike, the New Jersey's bad boy in the house right now. No one better.
I need a meatball.
Now I'm hungry too,
That's how
actually.
we met.
Look at that.
Believe it or not, I was a stand-up comedian circa 20 years ago.
Perform in delis.
I literally did. We did. We totally did. He's not lying to you. We did. We performed in delis. We did this thing called the Meatballs of Comedy. We won't mention the guy who started it because he's a complete fucking jerk-off, right?
Well, we did have a mutual friend that's no longer with us. We should say his name.
Yes, we should say his name. Price, you're talking about.
James Price.
James Price.
We lovingly called him Fat James because he was skinny.
And he was very large, but he was the funniest,
Very large.
most thoughtful,
Large.
intelligent dude
Large.
going.
You said large.
Large, very large.
Lodge.
These
Would you
fucking
stay
New
in the
Jersey-
lodge or the motel?
I need my Boston fans out there to give these New Jersey, New Yorkers a little freaking heat for this,
He was
okay?
a very large.
I'm outnumbered here. My producer's even from New York, technically.
He has his hat
Cheers,
on.
James Price. Miss you, buddy.
La
Miss
vita
you,
è
buddy.
bella.
We love you, James Price. Thank you so much. And that was good. Good little shout out for that. So, Mike, you've been all over. I want you to tell, well, before we leave, I want you to tell
All
people
over.
a list of the freaking show dates you got coming up. Do you have that on your head? Or sometimes I see some of your
On your
posts,
head?
like in your mind, I mean. Or like you have to have someone type that shit because there's like fucking 30 of them. I'm going to be here. But we are going to post that on the screen so everybody out there in TV world, YouTube world, can see where you're gonna be. But before we do that, I'd like to really start talking. Oh, yeah, I did that for you too, Mike, because I know you're a family
I
guy.
love that.
My basement.
Yeah, that's his basement.
The basement.
With his mother. He's a huge family guy, which is why I'm finally glad I got you here in my studio here. So
I'm glad you got me here. I'll never come again, but
hey, I appreciate you here, and I love your
unless
mother.
you bring the meatballs.
But this is main. This is the main thing. You did this he ran. Now you're running again.
I never stopped running.
Okay, you're still running. Make America
I've been
Italian
running
again.
for 19 years. Nobody's listening.
Well,
Maybe now that I'm on your show.
Now.
hey, you know we got a lot of fans basically out there that are huge comedy followers. This is a comedy. I mean, a lot of people that are reality fans watch this show because I work in reality.
That's going on in the world today. Go watch comedians. Enjoy yourself. And don't tell us what to say. And don't tell us what we can't say. Shut up.
And don't go smack someone on stage when they're fucking doing a bit.
You got smacked?
No, but that happened. You know what
With
happened
Chris
there.
Rock.
I know no one's really talking about it, but what'd you think of that? Being a freaking veteran here.
I stopped watching award shows immediately.
Huh? See,
Stupid.
it was
I don't
dumb.
even watch football anymore. The whole take a knee thing to me was, come on now. And recently I started watching girls basketball.
Oh, hey,
Caitlin
dude, we love
Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark is she's gonna be.
Yeah, it's
Charles,
unbelievable.
she's going
I
places.
can't believe that girl could throw the ball that far and put it in the hoop. I mean,
It's nuts.
it's fun.
It's absolutely incredible.
Puts you right in there.
So one of my favorite jokes that you do actually though is the Walmart one. I don't know if you still do that. If you bring that out, pop it out of your sleeve once in a while, but
Walmart.
the Walmart one is the best.
Walmart now is extended so long, it's almost a 20-minute joke.
Oh, really?
Well, the more they do crazy things at the Walmart, the more I extend the joke.
Oh, wow.
You can get your taxes done at Walmart, so that set it up right there. So I go to Walmart to get my taxes done, and I realize it's self-taxes, so now I'm an accountant. I realized I didn't make any money because I work at Walmart at self-serve.
There you go. That was good. Make America Italian again. We got Mike Marino in the house. And tell me about this. What is this holy cannoli comedy? Tell me about this a little bit.
These girls on your show, they're fantastic female comedians. That's Jacqueline Marfuji, and I haven't met Gabby just yet, but tomorrow night at the, I don't know when this is airing, but we're going to be at the Improv on Melrose Avenue, which I haven't been in that club in many, many years, and it's a one-off. And they live in Vegas.
Oh, wow.
these girls
I'm thinking you live in Vegas. But
No,
she
I
lives
used
in
to,
Vegas.
yeah.
And Jacqueline Marfuji's a great girl, funny, and we've done a lot of shows together.
Nice.
And her family works for or owns part of Locatelli Cheese.
Oh, Locatelli cheese. We love your
That's
cheese.
a sponsorship waiting to happen.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Locatelli.
Locatelli cheese. Here we
should be eating
go.
it right now.
I know, we should have it, but instead I got Italian pastry for my guys, and they're shitting on me.
Nice.
All right, the next thing we're talking about is live at your mother's basement.
Thank you. Appreciate
This
it.
is fun. You've had a lot of great guests. You've had
There's
a lot of.
There's
There's
Jacqueline
Jacqueline. We
right
just
there.
talked about her. And look.
Ian Ziering.
Ian Ziering.
Oh, wow.
How is he's a good guy, huh?
I know Ian since I'm 15 years old. We used to do TV commercials together growing up in New York.
Crazy. I love it.
And he's come to a lot of my parties down on the Jersey Shore. We're really good friends. I started live from my mother's basement because of the pandemic. And I was home at my house, in the real house that I grew up in. And there's a bar down there from the 1940s. And I said, you know what? Screw it. This is my mother's basement. Alana, my mother, will call it live from my mother's basement. And I called my friends. Hey, there's Joe Montaigne.
Hey, there you go.
Nice Italian fella. Now, you remember when we were doing the Feast of San Gennaro. So that's how I know all
San
of these
Gennaro, I
guys.
love
Yeah.
From the Feast and so
I
on
love
and
the
so
San
forth.
Gennaro feast.
Well, that's why I had both of you guys on here, because live from my mother's basement and You Know I'm Right, the podcast, you guys have had some great guests on.
We have. I also have a good San Gennaro feast story for you. Very, very quick.
Well,
That's like my
and let me
favorite
just
growing
not
up.
to just count Mike at all, but he's gonna be jealous of this. I know this. You literally made sausages with Tony
he
Danza.
actually did his homework.
He made
This is
sausages with
amazing.
Tony Danza at the San Gennaro feast, where the real San Gennaro feast is. Not fucking here
Not
behind
the-
Jimmy Kimmel's
the Jimmy
stage.
Kimmel.
They
The
closed
real
down.
one.
That Rocco's runs the whole fucking everything.
The real one on Mulberry Street that every year they tried to get it shut down and they tried to get it stopped. And
They try to
everybody
get it
fights.
stopped?
It periodically.
That was like
happens. They
growing
fight
up
for
was
it.
my favorite.
Yeah.
So 2
No,
years
they
ago, I
still-
went back in September
never
just
stop.
to go to it.
But he was
Yeah.
making little. Tell us the
Wow.
story.
Well, unfortunately, rest in peace, Cha-Cha. Died a couple of years ago. When Aleva was still around. Isn't it amazing how many places have closed down over there through the years?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
insane.
Streets.
So 1 year, I worked the feast. I was working at Aleva. You know, again, shout out, rest in peace, Cha-Cha. Yes, he used to have his place down there. My father grew up in down there. He knows a lot of people down there. So I worked the feast. I worked all 10 days of the feast. And one day in the middle of the week, I'm working the stand. I'm doing the grill with the sausage and peppers. Who comes up and taps me behind? It's Tony Danza, right?
Tony
This
Danza.
is the first time I had ever met him in person. Now, Tony, he knows my father from way back when, right? So, long story short, he comes in, he goes, "Kid, get out of here." I was like, "Excuse me, what?" He goes, "I'll take over from here." So he starts manning the grill, and before you know it, a lot of people didn't realize it at first, right? But then crowd starts to form, and everybody realizes, oh, it's Tony Danza.
From Who's the Boss, right?
Who's the Boss.
Okay, it was in those days. Okay.
Yep. And eventually, he kind of let me back into my spot, and we work in the grill together, and he was super, super nice, as great as he can be. That wasn't the only time I've hung out with him. I've hung out with a bunch of times since. I haven't seen him in years, though, but again, very good. Always treated me and my father very good, and it just kind of happened so spontaneously and abruptly, I didn't see it coming at all.
So cool.
There are pictures of this, and I'll show you if you haven't seen them yet.
If he doesn't
I
have
would
it
love
there.
it. And before we play our game, our first game and our last game and our end of the show, tell us a little bit about how. So you went with Scott Hamill. We could pull that picture up too.
Yeah.
You took Scott Hamill, or he took you to a WWE event. And
So-
then a viral. Then this was their one huge, not one.
Very
They've
huge
had,
event.
you got a viral video though that happened because of that, right?
So if anybody doesn't know who Scott Hamilton is, he was an Olympic gold medal figure skater.
Ice skater.
Ice skater in the 1980s, right? So he lives in Nashville now. A couple years ago, right after we had Mike on the podcast back, I think it was in 2021, right after the pandemic. So this was in 2022. We had Scott on with us. It was a Thursday. Had him on, had a great show. He's a semi-wrestling fan. His kid's into hockey. He's a huge Nashville Predators fan. But Nick was like, you should ask him if he's going to SummerSlam. So I asked him if he was going to SummerSlam. Sure enough, he's got an in with the company who provided him tickets. So he says, you want an extra ticket? I was like, hell yeah, see if you can get me an extra ticket. I bought a plane ticket to Nashville the next night, not knowing if I was going to go to the event or not. Sure enough, Friday night comes, he goes, I got you the ticket, we're going. Saturday comes, we go to SummerSlam. It was an amazing show. And when I was sitting in the front row, there was Kid Rock there. There was Dwight Howard there. There were a couple of players on the Tennessee Titans at the time, including Derrick Henry. Logan Paul at that point was really blowing up, so his crew was there. And we took a video, and McAfee was in the video, and that was the one that went super, super viral. Had 1 million views. It was picked up by ES. And I took a video of Logan Paul doing a frog splash from the turnbuckle through the table. That was picked up by SportsCenter. Wow. So we had a bunch of viral clips that night, and it just ended up being a great time.
And we're going to show them right now.
You know I'm right.
And we're back. Those were good, dude.
It was really good.
Those were really freaking awesome. So we have two guys here with two incredible podcasts. You Know I'm Right, the podcast, and Live from My Mother's Basement with Mike Marino, who you probably have seen do stand-up because he's probably the hardest working, one of the most busiest national stand-up comedians. I'm lucky to know this guy. He's in Miami one day, then he's in New Jersey, then he goes back to his freaking high school in New Jersey, then he goes to Boston, then he goes out to Quebec, and then before you know it, he's in fucking Montreal, and the fucking people love him in fucking Montreal. Then he does all the cruise ships.
Does international shows. He really is the hardest working man in show business.
I know a story that my audience wants to hear right now. There was a comedian who didn't know that they were working with Mr. Mike Marino on one of these cruise ships. He didn't do his research like Rocco does, though. Tell me what happened. I want to hear the story.
I want to know now.
Once in a while, there's a cocky guy with an attitude. He doesn't want to go with the flow. And, I happened to have been on stage with the guy a couple of times, and he wants to say, everybody knows me. I usually close the show. I go last all the time. And I'm like, you know what? I think it's great. You're famous. You're a success story, this, that, and the other thing. Go ahead. You go last. I'll go in front of you, no problem. And you just pummel the fucking place really hard for like 14 minutes and then stop and go, and here he is. and you just look at the audience. Have fun. It's just not necessary. I don't like to do that, but I can.
Yeah, I get you.
It's just
Now I want to know who it is.
Disrespect.
I want to know who it is.
I want to know who it is.
No names.
No names.
No names.
If you're watching, you know who you are.
So is there anything you can tell us over international waters that happened while you were on these cruise ships?
Nothing happened.
Nothing at all, Mike?
I don't know nothing. I don't see nothing. I don't say nothing. That's my catchphrase. I don't know what happened.
Okay, it is time for our game. And then we're going to say goodbye to you guys. I'm so happy to have you. Jurassic Jen's happy to have you because we are family and you are family with her brother and I'm family with Mike. So we're having a big family day today here.
A fame.
Right. Big family day. And thank you for, coming over, you guys. But this next segment, we like to call it, Now That's Italian. Now that's Italian. Now that's Italian. Now that's Italian. No. Italian, no. Thank you. Now, these are things that are Italian. Or maybe they're not.
Can I just say one thing real quick?
Sure.
I'm glad I'm not his neighbor.
You get complaints? Seriously.
I got a soundproof room in here, guys.
Just that part, though.
Apartment complex is made of cardboard.
Your neighbor's your friend, though.
Going, excuse me.
The neighbors are, listen,
They're friends.
these guys all want Rocco t-shirts. And I got one for each one of you guys before you leave.
I want a mug, and I want this Super 8 ball.
Wait, ask it a question first and see if it tells you something. Ask it something.
Will we ever finish the show? No.
Oh,
fucking
it's
say
going on
nothing.
forever.
It's stuck. You gotta look. It's stuck in the middle. It's stuck in the middle. Figure it out.
The goop is not working anymore.
Listen, Now That's
It said-
Italian is
It said it's definitely
a segment.
So we're going to finish. It said definitely so.
Really Italian. This is a really Italian segment. Now, I'm going to say things that are either invented, created by Italy or not. And you guys have to yell out your answers. There's no buzzers. You don't have any buzzers during this. You can yell your answers out. I just need to look at the producer. I'm going to look at them, and I'm going to say if you're correct or if you're wrong. Okay? So the first one actually is... thank you. The fork. Now, the fork. Was the fork invented by Italians or was the fork invented by some guy in Texas?
I don't think it was invented by the Italians.
I don't think it was invented by the Italians either.
I'd love to see this. You guys, are you sure?
La vita è bella.
I lock in.
Italians would eat with their hands before they pick up a fork, so I'm going to say no. Italians didn't invent the fork.
And producer, is he correct? Yeah! You're right. The fork was not invented by Italian people, but the nation of Italy played a big role in its popularization. Forks were once used in upper-class Italy. They were useful for sparing and twirling spaghetti.
Yes.
They popularized
how
it,
else
but
are you
they
gonna
did
eat
not
spaghetti?
invent it. Good job, guys.
The Italians extended it by saying, go fork yourself.
Okay.
And then they forked you
And then they forked you?
in the eye.
Oh, you're going to love this one. The next one is the quarantine. Does the quarantine come from Italy, everybody? The quarantine.
I'm going to say yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, definitely, because parents back in the day said to their little kids, go into quarantine, I've had enough of you.
Okay. He's saying yes. Okay.
Producer.
Producer. Is that correct? Yes! You are right. Mike Marino has 20 points right now.
You know I'm right.
Emery's right. Quarantine comes from Venice during the bubonic plague.
Right.
Ships
with the rats.
There
Absolutely.
you go.
Ah.
Yep, ships were required to anchor offshore for 40 days to prevent the spread of the disease. So yes, Italy invented it. Now, there's a good one on the back of that. There's food on the back of these. Okay, how about the first newspapers? The first newspapers, everybody.
Definitely not.
No, I would say no, too.
Why would you say no?
People in Italy don't want you knowing their business. You know I'm right.
I couldn't have said it any better.
Producer.
Producer, are they correct? Oh, no. Actually, the first newspaper, the government of Venice, published a monthly newsletter, handwritten, and that's where we get the modern-day newspaper and the Gazette. So you were wrong, but we love you anyway. Okay, next.
That doesn't seem right.
No, you were wrong. But listen, you still keep all your points, and no one else gets points. You have 20 points. Jen has
I haven't
20
even
points.
answered anything.
Ben has 0, and so does my boy Joey Calz, has 0. Now, eyeglasses, people. Eyeglasses. Eyeglasses.
Oh, yeah. The eyeglasses did start in Italy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you think so? Producer. Should I ask the producer?
Yes.
Producer.
Producer.
Is it correct?
Say yes or no.
Correct.
I knew that because the people in Italy said things like, I can't see nothing. Then they gave him the glasses. Oh, yeah.
A casino.
It's him.
Okay, you got that one right. Listen, the next
food,
one is...
the food.
Oh, you want to do some food?
Yeah, the food's good.
Okay.
Don't say macaroni. Please don't say pasta.
Macaroni.
Don't say
Coffee.
any of that shit.
Coffee. Was
Yeah.
coffee invented in Italy?
Yes.
Of course.
I don't.
Wow, you guys, are you sure about
Yes.
this? Do you want to
Yeah.
talk about this?
100% coffee started in Italy.
Producer, are they correct?
I think so. I don't know.
Sorry.
Where did it start? Spain, South America,
Coffee
where?
started in Ethiopia. The
Ethiopia.
first brewed and consumed coffee was in Ethiopia in the province or whatever you call it of Yemen.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
coffee.
The province of Yemen was in a small town in Sicily.
Can you do me a favor? Can you say coffee one more time?
Coffee.
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 Okay.
Coffee.
Oh, this is an easy one. I like to go easy sometimes. Pizza, everybody. Pizza. Pizza. Was it invented by... We all know this is what the truth of this one is, right? What, do you think it was? Was pizza invented in Italy?
This is a trick question, I know.
Tell me.
Pizza was invented in China.
But this goes
So
with
you're-
macaroni and pasta. Do you believe the Chinese invented it, or do you think the Italians invented it? I think it's revisionist history. I think the Italians invented it.
Well, the Chinese invented the noodles
The
thing.
noodles.
So spaghetti actually...
Spaghetti noodles.
Spaghetti
It's different.
comes from China.
Right.
China.
Pizza. Sorry, you guys. Flatbread with toppings existed for more than a millennia. From Greece, Egypt, and the Middle East. But it was popularized in Naples. So everybody gets the point.
There
you
you
are
go.
correct.
There you go. We're going with traditional pizza. Not the first one.
Flatbread.
Okay. All right, we'll keep it rolling. We're almost done here. Wine, people, wine. Was that invented in Italy?
Well, my mother wine all the time, so that's a yes.
The wine or wine?
The whole stomping of the grapes started in Campobasso.
Campobasso.
By the Bruzzese.
That might be correct. I
It is
have
true,
no clue.
Because the Bruzzese people at the time of the late 1700s had the most fucked up feet. And if you have screwed up feet, you could smash the grape better than anybody. So that's the history of that. I know it's
That's right. That's a yes.
Yeah, you can Google it. There's Italian Google, Googleo.
Only on Italian Google.
Well, I want to say I don't know if that's correct, guys.
I'm gonna
Because
use that joke tonight.
use it.
Googleo.
I hate to freaking. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but wine dates back to the ancient Georgia, Armenia, and Iran. So Italy did not invent
The Middle
wine.
East.
Sorry. But some notable things that Italy did invent. The piano in 1709, the battery in 1800, the typewriter in 1855, the radio in 1901, which was Marconi, one of your
That's
boys,
right.
one of your relatives.
That's what I was thinking.
Marconi, the relative, and the automatic rifle in 1900.
The Tommy gun.
And then we don't like Italians for this, but they did invent the origin of the toll roads. Came from Italy. Isn't that crazy?
So we got the rifles, we got the
1920,
toll roads.
19.
Toll road was the first shakedown. Hey, you gotta pay.
Yeah, that's very how
And technically, Italy invented the telephone, everybody.
Oh.
Yes, it was. It was Antonio Meucci, who was an Italian inventor. He developed an early version of the telephone, but due to financial constraints, he couldn't secure a full patent. So Alexander Graham Bell came in and
The
said...
Italians invented the first long distance. It went like this. Anthony! Call me later.
Call me later. All right, guys, and now you have it. Now that's Italian. That's Italiano. Good job, Ben.
Your face is so red.
I love it.
Almost as red as your shirt.
That's what makes me
This is a show that never ends.
We are ending the show right now. We want to say thank you.
Time goodbye.
Joey Calabrese, find him. Where can we find you guys? Tell everybody.
You can find us YKIR Podcast on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, on Instagram. I'm personally at Joey Calz, at Joe Calabrese, at JCalabrese1 on Twitter. Where can we find Mike?
Mike, where can we find you, my friend?
Mike Marino live on all social media and MikeMarino.net.
Oh, and Mike, you want to lay down your show? Do you have any shows in July you can tell people about? Because this show is going to happen in 2 weeks.
I really don't know. You just got to go to MikeMarino.net. Luckily, I have more shows than I know what to do with.
All right. Well, thank you guys for being here.
Thank you, buddy.
I appreciate you guys for being
Thanks
here.
for being
Thank you
here.
for stopping by Rocco's
Appreciate
neighborhood.
it.
I had a really good
Thank
time
you,
with you
Jen.
guys. Thank you, Jurassic Jen. Thank you,
here, so you-
Tragic Ben, our one-man band. We're going to close out the show right now. It's time to say goodbye. Thank you for following us on YouTube, Spotify, Libsyn, all of those places you get your favorite podcasts. Thank you. In Napoli, where love is king, when boy meets girl, here's what they say. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. It's not Italian though.
Bells will
Ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you sing Vita Bella.
Hearts.
We'll play tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tippy-tay, like a gay taradella.
Very emphasized on
Could
gay.
be a guy or a girl, I don't know. When the stars make you drool just like pasta fazool, that's amore. When you dance down the street with the cloud at your feet, you're in love.
Yes, you are.
When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore.
It's like 100 degrees in here.
It's hot as a motherfucker in here. We say goodbye, tippy tippy tay, tippy tippy tay, and it's time to say goodbye.
When the moon hits
Your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. I'm super horny. When the moon hits your eye and you have to say goodbye, you're at Rocco's house and it's been too long. Adios. Oh, that was Spanish.